recordings. Hi, Shanesh. Welcome again. Yeah, good to see a lot of you joining in again. I'll just keep letting people in for now. How y'all liking it so far? Hey, Yudi. Hi, Anthony. I am putting in some effort to try to remember as many people as I can. It is quite a task though. Hey, Michael.
Hi Wayne, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Where are you calling in from?
I'm from near Coventry in the UK.
Hmm. Yeah, I used to love going to the UK. Now it's
You
not
lived in
that
the
much
UK?
anymore.
Yeah. Where did you live?
I used to have business in London and like right outside of London in
Yeah.
like Windsor and Uxbridge and Bow and
Okay,
one more
nice.
in Slough as well.
Yes, I'm in the depths of the Midlands, which isn't pretty, but yeah, it is what it is.
Okay, more of you are joining. Yeah, this is gonna be a workshop style. So today I'm not gonna be like really teaching so much, but more like showing you all how to do things. Um, so I guess something that I request is that if you're on your phone listening in, try to make sure you have a computer because like you're gonna want to follow along by being on your computer. Um, because like I'm gonna share my screen and show you like basically step by step how to create a very basic agent. Like one where it's your Telegram PA, which has access to your calendar, it has access to your emails, so you can ask it to summarize emails for you, like what's important emails that you need to read or add things to your calendar. Um, yeah, so that would be step one. And then essentially today's call is gonna go like I'm gonna demo for 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna let you all go and do it for 10 minutes. And then if there's any questions, you come back, ask me. And then I'll demo a second one, which is the Instagram script writer. But it's more like I'm gonna like build it and show you how to import the templates. Like the reason I'm doing this live on the call and not like sending you all homework before is because I think too many people will miss out on doing it. And it's just like I want everybody to actually get the very first one done. Um, I mean, it's gonna be quite basic for some of you because like maybe you have already done some of this, but bear with me. Maybe as I go through the very basic parts, you can think through like, mm, what kind of tools do you want to add to your PA? Because I'm giving a very basic version so that everybody can follow. But if you start adding in extra tools, because agents, you can add tools to the agents. You can add like MCP, for example, that opens up a whole bunch of other tools. But connecting to the API and stuff is like a lot more complex, and I don't think it's so suitable for day one. Yeah, but we can discuss more about that in the Telegram group after. So, all right, I'm gonna start sharing my screen. And let's go. Okay. Okay, I'll just get to the chat a little bit as well. Um, yeah, all good if you can't turn on webcam. Um, Oh, wow, the meeting has chats from yesterday as well. All right. So, yeah, I already mentioned the plan, just like 10 minutes of a Telegram PA that I named Page, and then 10 minutes for you to do it, and then we'll build Sally, the script writer from yesterday. Like, you get a version up and running that is your own. The reason for having this to be your own is because you can customize it. And for something like Instagram strips, it's not very useful if you don't customize it. If you take my strip, which is meant for creating AI content, for example, and you try to use it for a generic fitness tips content piece, it's gonna end up sounding extremely like AI because it's not trained and it's not told like what to do. So when it's not told what to do, it will just default to its backup. But if you start prompting it and giving it the correct documents for what you want, it can produce the kind of content that you want, which will allow you to slowly improve in quality. And after today, maybe the version is gonna be at 90%. It's it's probably not something you can go from the agent to actually creating that piece of content right away that is like world class. But step by step, as you learn more and you start iterating and you start playing around with the prompts and you start giving it better pieces of content, when you find a super viral post that you want it to model after, you can add it to your agent. Eventually, you will learn more and more, and you can kind of understand the limitations of the different models as well. And today, I just saw that Claude is coming up with a new model soon. I'm guessing it's gonna be, or people are guessing it's Sonnet 3.8 because it's called Neptune, which is the eighth planet from the sun. Uh, so yeah, I mean, a lot of people have good results with Sonnet 3.7 for writing scripts and for writing content. Um, yeah, so it's pretty exciting to see that. If we can get to 90% now, and then you start learning how to prompt it better, maybe you can get to 95%. And then as the models improve, at some point you're gonna get to a point where it's deployable. And if you have a script that's ready to deploy, that is good, you can even use HeyGen or something to just like produce the content. I mean, it wouldn't. That is also gonna get better over time. All right, so cool. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So, oh yeah, by the way, I made a separate document called like Loom recordings for these two AI agents. In case you get stuck and you want to come back to it or there's something you forgot, you can either watch this video again or you can go to the specific parts from this document and watch the Loom videos to get it. Yeah, so I will just paste this in the Telegram group right now so you all can access it. That's gonna be this one here. I'll just put it in replace in links. Yes. Yeah. So essentially, if we want to create the AI agent, which I have logged out from my account, first we need to create an N8N account. Yeah, if you haven't created an N8N account, the website is n8n.io. You go in, you press get started, and then this link will open, and then you put in your credentials. It's like, I'm sure you know how to create an account. For the sake of this course, I think it's good to sign up for the free trial of this N8N if you haven't. And then you have to fill up some stuff. I'll just say marketing for now. Just go like random things. Yeah. Okay, then I'll skip. So essentially, we want to make sure that we have an N8N account. We want to have an OpenAI account, and I'm going to sign up for OpenAI account as well. I think most people are going to have an OpenAI account, but just in case somebody doesn't have it, let's make one right now. And because if I use my own, then like it would have already created all the APIs and things like that. Oh, why doesn't it let me create my account? And the screen will be a bit different. What? Okay, that's not good. Demo's not working. Okay. I guess I'll log into ChatGPT first. Oh, okay. Auto lets me log into my own. All right, never mind. I won't create an OpenAI account then, because I guess it doesn't want me to do the basic stuff, and maybe it's too boring for everyone. I'm sure you know how to. I'm sure you can figure that out. So Yeah, if you can't, then just ask me. Okay, there's 3 people in the waiting room. Yeah, I don't have an assistant here today yet. Yeah, so we start automating. Essentially, you want to go to the Google Drive here. When you press in, there's going to be 2 JSON files. You're going to download both. So you download the first one, and then you download the second one. I prefer to download it one by one because then it gets straight into my download drive. Yeah, so have that on your computer first. Then you're gonna come to NLN and create workflow. Once you're in create workflow, you press this 3 dots here. You can import a file and then choose the file. So first we're gonna build page PA. So import this into your NLN workflow. Like I'm trying to show it like it's really actually quite easy to it's pretty much like okay, what's a JSON file first and foremost, because maybe some of you don't know what's a JSON file. Let me see if I can preview it here. It's just a file that has like key pair ratios for like name is my workflow, and then the notes inside, and then there's a whole bunch of like code looking things, but it's just information. And when you import this JSON file into your initn, you get this. So whenever I create a new workflow, or whenever one of you creates a new workflow, or your buddy creates a new workflow, you can basically press download and then send it to somebody. And then this workflow comes up. So essentially, you see that there's a lot of errors here. So we are going to go one by one to fix the errors. And the errors are basically, the first is that you don't have a Telegram credentials. So I need to go and create new Telegram credentials. So how do I do this? I go to Telegram web, I go to Botfather, and if you don't know where to find Botfather, just search in the search bar. Botfather will appear. It's like the standard Telegram way to create bots. The reason I use Telegram bots is because it's easy for other people to interact with it. You can add it to groups. It's easier to collaborate on it, and it's free. Yeah. I don't think you need a premium subscription to create a Telegram bot. Yeah, I'm not super certain about that. But if it doesn't work, then you probably need to figure out how to create Slack or something. Can somebody let me know if it's needed to create a... Yeah, it's free. Okay. Thankfully, I didn't think about that before this. So you type new bot in the chat, and then you name your bot. So like, oh, wait. So like, I'm gonna name my bot Sally. Oh, oops. Okay, I spelled it a bit wrong, but whatever. Sally test bot. You can name it. I want to do it page. Sorry, page test bot. They want you to end the name of the thing in bot, but you can just follow the instructions, and then this API key will come up. So you would basically copy this API key, click on it, you will copy it. It's really easy. You go to your workflow that you have created here. You press create a new credential. You go in, you press your access token. You put your access token here. You press save, and you have a bot. I usually like to name my credentials like, for example, I would say that this is page PA test. Because eventually, when you create a bunch of things, you're going to have different credentials that you use. So it's good that you label it and you get into the good habit of labeling notes as you go along. Yeah. So now, if you press test workflow, you can actually start talking to the Telegram bot already. But I'll just set up all the credentials once first. Second, you can see that this is just I guess I'll explain a little bit. This is just a if node that if it is text, it will go straight to the transcriber. If it's a voice node, you will use Telegram and you can use the same credentials that you have created again to download the credentials. So if you press in, it will automatically connect to your previous credentials and it's gone. And then now for this one, I like using OpenAI for transcribing. It's the Whisper technology is just amazing. I mean, they put in a lot of money into making it good. So that's why even though OpenRouter and other APIs allow you to access more models, I decided to use OpenAI for this demo and this challenge because it's just like you're gonna need to use it at different points of time. Yeah. So here you'll create a new credential as well. So you'll go to your OpenAI API, and for that you can just go to platform.openai/API-keys. This is the link. Don't worry, it's also in this document here. You can just click on this, and then you will log in. Yeah. So and then you will create a new secret key. So for this, I'll call this N8N project 5-day challenge. Okay, and then you get the secret key. You copy the secret key and you put that into you create a new credential here. You press your API key inside and you save, and you have your secret key and you are connected to OpenAI already. So it says that, I think earlier there was something that popped up that say like get 100 free credits. I guess you can try that first so that you actually have a few free tokens. Otherwise, what you need to do is you need to go in and deposit like $5 or yeah, I think $5 is the minimum that they make you deposit. Let's see how to yeah, so you can add to your credit balance. I mean, they make it very easy for you to know how to deposit. They are not dumb. So we go back to this workflow here now. We press save. So now you have connected to OpenAI. You go in, you can press this as well. Then you can choose like what model you want. If you want to like really not spend any money at all for this because it's not that important for you to get a good model, you can use like one of the mini models. Like 4.0 mini is a really cheap model, and we can go with this for the test first. Or if you want slightly higher performing and a good mix between performance and speed, I think 4.1 is pretty good. It's like less than 1 cent per use. Yeah, so you don't have to be too worried. You might spend a few dollars over the month for something. Then the next thing to do would be to connect to your email and your calendar. So you are gonna come in here and you're gonna create new credentials. You're gonna use Google's OAuth 2. This is much easier if you're using your personal account. If you start using a business account, then you're gonna need to connect to the cloud version of the workspace, which is not the recommended way to do it for the sake of this video. And you sign in here and you get in with. Okay, I guess you can't see my other screen, but the pop-up is popping up again. Okay, now it's success. It's connected. So now I've connected to my email, and next I will connect to my calendar. I will have to set up the authentication again for this. And if you see that there's still error, you just click on it, and then you're already connected to the account. So it will just work. You just need to click in and click out. So then save. And then one important thing to do next is test. Like you're gonna press test tab, and then you're gonna go to your Telegram bot, and then you're gonna go and talk to your Telegram bot, which okay, you have to go into this bot, start. So if I press start, it's probably gonna receive the event already. You can see that the event works here. It shows up here. So let me just test one round to see that it works. So essentially, you can just go node by node and test, or you can just go to, or you can just press test workflow and it'll test the whole everything. So let me do that again and just say like hello, what is my latest email, for example. Then it goes and then it connects to the model. You see it goes to, it gets your email, and then it sends back a message to your Telegram. So it says you don't have any emails in your inbox because this is a new email account that I've created just for the sake of this video. And then let's say I can ask like, can you add, okay, let me try the voice. Help me add a Zoom workshop at 9 p.m. tomorrow, Singapore time. Oh, I forgot to press test workflow first. Okay, let me just, since it works already, I'll just press it as active and then just do it again. Help me add an event at 8 p.m. tomorrow that says Zoom workshop. So you can see that it will go into the execution mode and then it's going to execute. Maybe it executes twice as well and gets the previous message because it's within the window. And it goes and so when you click into executions, you go into the node, you can see what it does. So it says that create event, there's some error. So sometimes there's going to be errors. And this is the thing about working with AIs is that it's just going to come up with errors quite often. Even if it worked previously and you download a template, somehow some models change or some things change and you have to go in and troubleshoot. So it says that the resource could not be found. So basically, I think that it's probably going to tell me that uh, it tells me that it's not able to create without an ID. So I said that okay, so I'm gonna need to check if it's connected to my calendar. Let me go back to test mode and debug it step by step. I guess it's good that this happens here because then you know that these things happen to everybody. So try again and help me at dinner at 7 p.m. tomorrow, Singapore time for 1 hour. Okay, so it says that the resource you're requesting could not be found. Okay, because I didn't change the calendar from my previous test account to the new account. So yeah, this is another step that needs to be done. Essentially, when you get errors, right, you can just go in and see where the errors show up and then fix it. So I need to go in and fix it for all here. Yeah, I should save first. I can actually just press test tab here because I have the information from the previous round already. And let's see if it works. Okay, so it says workflow executed successfully. Let me see if it works. Recurring issue. Check again for error. Let's see what it says then. Summary dinner description will be given to you. What here? It says that you've successfully added the dinner event. Why doesn't it show up here then? Oh, I guess because I didn't press the I didn't press test on the last step. Yeah. So it says it's successfully added to my calendar, and then it will reply here. So then I can click in and view the event. So it's quite convenient because once you have it set up and fixed already, you can just go in and tell it, like, for example, help me add the 5-day challenge on Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. And then you can kind of like batch and it will follow the instructions. Okay, I forgot to press test. I forgot to turn it on again. But okay. Nope. That's not how we do it. We need to test workflow again. Yeah, so that's how we do it. And then if you press plus here, you can see that you can call, this is a very useful tool, call NAN workflow tool, which means that you can use this to call other workflows that you have created. So this is like giving your agent the tool that is able to do other things. And then you can add in like MCP client, you can add in HTTP requests. These are all things that allows your agent to do more things. So there's an error again. Let's see what happens this time. Or if it's even an error at all. Yeah, I successfully added everything in. All right, so I guess I ran a bit over time for this section, so I'm just gonna stop the recording and it's time for you to try it. So yeah, I'm just gonna put a 10 minutes timer on the screen. And there you go for it. Yeah, feel free to ask if you're stuck anywhere in the chat or even turn on your voice. And if you've already created this or already know how to do this, just type in the chat. Let me know. Oh, you don't have JSON? Okay, I'll answer questions as we go along as well. I don't know if everybody is able to download the JSON. If you can't download the JSON, I can add it to the Telegram group as well, so that you can access it from Telegram. Let me see. Too many things on my screen. Okay, let's paste page in here. And then I'll answer the questions next. One asks if every new workflow must have a separate bot. You can use the same bot in many different workflows as well. It's just like the bot, like you can actually change after you listen for the event, you can add a step that the bot is checking for what channels it is on, and then you can split it into multiple different nodes. It doesn't have to necessarily be all different bots. Generally, I like to create many different bots for based on purpose. So if a bot is, for example, to read things from X, or it is to spread a post to many different friends, then I would create a bot specifically for that so that it doesn't get confused. Because it's just easier to for it not to mix up. One way asked what's the difference between N8N and Make. It is like both are workflow automation tools. It's like different people have different preferences. I find that you can do much more with N8N, and yeah, it's the tool that I chose to learn. Some people prefer Make because they say it's simpler. I prefer N8N, and I think it's just more versatile. And I feel like it's open source, it updates faster, it gets new things faster. You're just like one step ahead of the curve when you use N8N, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, you asked how did I resolve the calendar error? So what you do is you go in, and I can show you on my screen as well. You make sure that you go in and press to make sure that you are connecting to the correct calendar here. Because when you come in, it might show up like it says Biz Spot Clipper, which was my test account. I think somebody asked why am I testing everything. It's because yeah, essentially you like when you're working with very complex workflows, you have to test it step by step and make sure that each individual step is working, and then you can debug it as errors. Because otherwise, if you just build everything at once and just do it, at the end when you have a whole bunch of things and then there's a lot of errors, sometimes it's interlinked and it becomes harder to resolve it. So it's better to get something working first and then add on to it incrementally. If we want to have it constantly running, we just press this button on the screen that is safe. You have to kind of make it active, but it doesn't let me. Wait, let me see what's the error here first. Node parameters have changed, so I have to test this again. Okay, if y'all just want to test the OpenAI model for now, I can create a yeah, because you don't want to top up right now and you can't use the free version, I can share with you the test API key that I've just created, and you can use that for now. I'm gonna put some limits to it, of course, and probably delete it later because OpenAI can get pretty expensive. Yeah, I'll create a new secret key here first that I can. Let me see if I can review this. Okay, I'll just revoke this key and make a new one. 5-day challenge secret key. There are other ways to get around a paid service like OpenAI, but I mean, if you want to work with AI agents and you don't want to use OpenAI's API, I think you're picking the wrong project to work on. They're at the cutting edge and they are always, they release a lot of things ahead of other people. And when people release new things, that's where you have the opportunity to capture some empty land. That's how I see it. So like it's quite important to be using the cutting edge models. Of course, if you want the free way, you can probably use some Chinese model. But I'm not too familiar with that. I'm the wrong person to learn from for that. Yeah. So let me just paste this test API that you can use in the. Okay, use this API key. Yeah. So copy this. Oh, make sure you don't copy an extra space behind. And then, yeah, and then use that to create the credentials. It's still not letting me, even though it works. Let me see. Just test the workflow again. See if it shows up in my calendar. Please check your parameters. Bad requests. Hmm. So one good way I debug a lot of my things is I just go to AI Studio, and then I'm just saying that I'll just be like, I'm working on N8N now. I'm running into this error with my AI agent workflow. Help me to resolve, please. And then you paste it in, and then and then it will kind of give you what's happening. Because sometimes it's just like invalid resource ID value, bad request, check your parameters. It's kind of hard to know specifically what's wrong. And I just use AI a lot to solve this. So how's everybody else doing for this? Are y'all making it work on your calendar?
We're stuck at the Telegram part. How do you connect it?
How do you connect to the Telegram?
Mhm.
Have you created your bot? Do you follow the start of the video? I don't know if you were on for the call earlier. Basically, essentially, you need to go to BotFather. Or maybe you can answer me first. Were you here at the start?
Yeah, but I don't. How do you create the bot father? Uh,
You find BotFather in the chat. So basically, you go to search and you search for BotFather, and then you start talking to BotFather.
in
There's like a
Telegram itself, is it?
yeah, on Telegram itself. Okay, I can send you. I can paste the link as well if you all can't find it, so that you all can just yeah, just click this and you open the chat to BotFather. And then you just go like new bot, blah blah, and then you ask you like what do you want, and then you can create the bot. And then after you create the bot, you press the bot, and then you have the bot that you're talking to. Oh, sorry. Before that, you probably want to get the API key, which is the one that you put into NAN.
Where do you get the API key from?
Once you create the bot, they will tell you congratulations on your new bot, and then they will say that use this token to access the HTTP API.
Okay.
One way asked if there's a difference between using OpenAI versus DeepSeek for APIs. Yes. The thing about DeepSeek is that I think it's just a significantly weaker model for a lot of things. The writing style isn't as good. Their thinking model is not bad. The other models are significantly worse. And if you want to outperform other people and get an edge in AI, it's good to use the cutting edge models like GPT 4.1, 4.5, O3, they have different purposes. Uh, Wait, let me see if your calendar. I guess maybe it is something to do with your email if it's. Let's see. Okay, let me verify my email first and do this. This is for the. Wait, where is my... Could be something on the end side because this was working for me when I tested earlier.
Wait, we need to resolve all the errors before we can test it, right? We can't test each step of the way, right?
We can test it step by step. So you can press like, if you press the first one, you press test step here, then it will listen for the first step. And then you will just like execute on the first note. And then you go to the second one and then you can test. So when you press test step, it will test all the way until that note. If you're having issues with the downloading the voice file, then it's probably because you're not pressing into this get voice file from the Telegram node. And then this one would be that you need to put in your API key to download to transcribe the audio. Yeah. Then this one is the one that I am facing errors with now. Let me see if they have a new Google Calendar note. Because sometimes they update it. So I want to give this the ability to, I'll give it the resource. Okay, I'll give it event and I'll select my calendar, this one, and then I would, okay, wait, I'll put it here first and then I'll copy. Yeah, I will give it the time. So and then I'll copy from the other one as well. Yeah, you can change the prompt here as well. Because I put it to be set at GMT +8, which is my time zone. You might want to change it if you live in a different time zone. And I said like set the default to be 30 minutes if no end duration is given to you. The end duration will be given to you. Yeah. So let me see if I delete that and I use this new one. Does it work? Okay, it works now. That's strange. Yeah. So I don't know if you all followed that, and I can upload the new JSON file after if it's needed. Now I can make it active. It's just like sometimes when they update the nodes, things break, and therefore you have to go in and troubleshoot. And that's why it's quite important to learn how to do these things yourself. Because if you get somebody else to build it for you, and then you go in, and then now you're stuck, and then you're like, oh shit, can't do anything about it. So your NAN does not have detailed steps like Wins. Okay, so I think, yeah, like the thing you're missing is you want to press this, you look at import from file, and then you upload your JSON file, and that will allow you to have like all of the nodes in place. Yeah, so Anthony, you just have to save and make it active. Like now it is active already. Then you'll just be running always. Calvin, has it worked? Cool. All right, I think quite a few of you have got it done, and a few of you are not done with it yet. I think I'll probably move on to the next segment. Like I have the videos here and you have this recording as well. You can just try it after. If you're still stuck, just tag me or just like type in the Telegram group. I'll help you to get unstuck from this. Okay, I'll just see this UD first. Get voice file bad requests. Please check your parameters. Yeah, check if this node is correct. Because if you're not downloading the voice file, or like where is it stuck? Like probably gonna be some error message. It is either the error message is that the voice node it comes down to this if node and it just goes to false and it crashes, or it's going to the voice file and then the error is there. Yeah, cool. So I hope you felt like you made some progress here. If you're not fully done, that's fine. Like don't worry, you will get there. So like now we go to creating the second one, which is like you upload the other JSON file and I'll paste it again in the, or maybe I'll paste it in after I'm done with the testing. So I upload Sally, this IG scriptwriter, and you can see this one has a lot more steps. It's good if you already have the Telegram bot set up previously, and or rather you have already added in your Telegram credentials. But I will do the new bot thing again because I want to make a different bot. So test Sally test, and then Sally test bot. Yeah. Okay. Somebody did it. Test do bot. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll take this API key and then I'll edit out. Like you need to make sure that you change the credentials. You press create new credentials and then you make a new bot here. So wait, let me just turn off my flux filter, which is making my screen yellow. Then okay, yeah, I should keep to my own advice and name this Sally test bot. Yeah, save. So one thing to do when you update the API keys for one is to make sure that you go and change off the, like if you're working on Telegram, try to look and make sure that you're changing all of the Telegram nodes because it's very easy to forget and then you run into some errors later. Yeah. So then now that you have done that, I guess I can very quickly explain the nodes to you. First is that I am setting up this if node to, you have to put your own Telegram ID here. So for example, if your Telegram ID is, okay, I can see who is on the screen, Jasper Ong, then you put in like that. But it has to be your exact Telegram ID, which is like for botfather is at botfather. If I go into the group, let me see. And I click here, I can see like, for example, one is this, then she would copy this username and put it into, you want to change your ID to make sure that your bot can receive message from you and don't put the @ So yeah, so mine, I'll put back Wayne Yap. You don't really need some of the other segments. Like for example, if it's in this group demos, but this is the all node. So even if it's there, it doesn't really matter. I just didn't change it because this was the one that I was demoing in the group earlier. Then this is to make sure that the rel is a valid link and you want to only paste the link. So I made it like, you want to match as a regex, which is how you determine this, like if it's this, it needs to have the HTTP, it needs to have Instagram, it needs to have /reels/rel or /p, and then it needs to have the link behind. So this is the kind of link that the API can access. So then we have the HTTP request. This is from Instagram Straper. I have an Instagram Straper account on this Rapid API. Essentially, API keys, if you don't know what API keys are, they're like your secret password and username all together that lets you access some software's backend that lets you plug into their system and request or post or get certain information from it. So I'm on a $15 per month plan that lets me get 20,000 requests per month. So feel free to use it now. I'm not gonna top up if it goes beyond the $15. So if somebody abuses it, then the rest of you don't get to use it. But yeah, you can just use my API key and you can see the API key. I think I put it in here if I'm not wrong. Okay, no. But if you download Sally, the scriptwriter, you will see the API key here. Yeah. And I put some instructions as well. I'll just put it in the sheet here as well if you need it. Instagram Straper API key. Then what you want to do next is you want to... Okay, so let me just do a test demo. Let me take an Instagram video from my own Instagram account. I just change my username. So let's say it is, okay, I'll just take this one. And I go back to the demos. Channel. And I paste it in here. Oh no, did I press test already? Okay, I did not. But yeah, I'll press it now. Test tab. Okay, problem running the workflow. Oh, okay, because I haven't created the API keys yet. So you want to, I just make all the API keys version work first. And then I usually try to press save as much as possible because when you're working with this, sometimes halfway it crashes and then you lose everything, which is pretty frustrating. Okay, so oh, I think this is working from my other, it is working from Sarah, not Sally. And I haven't added Sally to this group yet. So actually, let me change the demo and go and find Sally test here and start here instead, because I need to be connecting to this. So go to your bot and talk to the bot instead. I'll press test event again. And then I'll key in this link. And then you see the message shows up from Wayne Yap, the link appears. And then like I'm only at testing the step 1. So I'll go to the HTTP request, which is the next one I want to test, and press test tab. So it pulls the information, it gets this link, it goes to this Straper 2, and it pulls all of this information. So you can see that it gets, this is the text from this is the caption. It hasn't actually stripped the video yet. So then now it searches that, okay, if it's a video, if it wasn't a video, because it was stripped and it'll end up being a carousel or a post, then it will just reply and say that, oh, the bot the rule is not found. It's for example, a static post. Yeah, then the next one I'll test is I'll download the video. So I'll go back and use the API again to download the video. So that you see the video file is downloaded, and then this node would transcribe okay, so the API is not working here. Oh yeah, I deleted the other one earlier during the test. So I would use this key here. So now it transcribes. This is like the script that I use for this testing, for this video that when I was playing with this tool, I used that to write the script. Yeah. Then this node, it would generate and basically this node is to figure out what kind of tool this the transcription is like. You will read the transcript and figure out like what to do with this. Because if you see my other version, and I can show it to you all later, because I made an easier version first, but okay, I won't go there. I'll just keep to this. And yeah, so basically if I press all the way to Telegram and test steps, it would just like go all the way. Basically this one is figuring out the plan. Here it is searching the web with OpenAI, and then it would write a new script, and then it would post in the Telegram in the same chat that I messaged. With this formatting, but I forced a certain format, which is to comment like a certain thing, and I'll send it to you. You can, if you look at the instructions here, you can change it. You can change the system prompt so that it suits your niche. So what I would do is like, I would take this and I would say like, okay, let me think what niche I wanna focus, I wanna write for. Does somebody wanna say what niche you want me to put it in? Okay, one way says cake. So I'm gonna be a cake expert. Cool. Okay. So I'll create a new chat with in AI Studio and say that help me change my system prompt so that I'm a cake expert that is making content for cakes. Yeah. I mean, you can use it for, you can use like OpenAI or whichever model you prefer. I just think that Gemini 2.5 Pro is the best one now for most things. So it's my go-to. Yeah, I guess. Take this prompt and I'll put it in here. Oh, wait. Wait, let me delete everything and paste it in here. Cool. Just make sure that's correct. And then this part don't change. I force it to output in a certain JSON format, which is what the next step will receive. Yeah, so just use that to change the prompt, and then now I'm a cake expert. So I guess I would try to go to Instagram and find a cake video. I don't know if yeah, okay, I'll just find it. I'll just see if there's anybody that's talking about something that's cake related. It's better if there's talking because this is like, if it's just like visuals, it's probably not gonna be like, if it's just music, it's probably not gonna work because I need the transcript.
Oh, this is the Wilton 1M10.
Okay, let's just try this one.
So
And
this is the Wilton.
let's go. So I would test the first step again first. Test step here. And then I would come to Sally test and paste this link in here. I would get the test event. It's very important to fetch the test event first on the first step because you want it to make sure that you're not working with the previous steps. And then I would want to get it all the way until just before, after I transcribe the video. So like you can see that it's here already. Yeah, so I guess I would just like test this step. It would recommend me some steps of what to do as a Okay, the transcript doesn't provide enough advice on tip or tips for. Okay. I guess this was for AI automation world. Let me just I'll simplify this prompt a little bit then. When the prompt is not working, the best thing you can do is just like simplify this prompt more. I am a cake decorating expert that is not in AI. Just tell it what went wrong and get it to rewrite the prompt for you. I mean, you can write a prompt as well, but it's just like it takes a lot more work to write it yourself. Okay, this is not very good. It's still asking me to saying that I run a AI and automation channel. So I would say like you run a cake channel. You write it and make sure it's less than 200 words. Okay, it's really insisting that I'm a AI expert. So let's see. What I would do is I would go to ChatGPT instead. Or maybe I'll just go to Grok for this time, just to show you all the difference between the different accounts. So like, I'll just take this and help me to simplify this system prompt for me. I want to take some research from a video and write a system prompt. I'll just go. You're a prompt writing expert. System prompt that ideates how to improve on a video script. I run a cake decorating channel. Here was the previous prompt that I didn't like. And then I paste it in. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll take this and put it in here, and hopefully this works better. So you are gonna play around with the prompts a lot until you get something that you are happy with. Okay, so it's searching for, it gives me a search prompt, which is what we need in the next step for this like OpenAI web search model. So I would test that. It would search the web to find interesting things about whatever the system prompt is. Cake piping techniques, the Wilton 1M tip swirl method tutorial. So we'll go and get 3 interesting things about this. And then from here, it would write a new strip. So here, you would change the, I put the prompt, system prompt, to be a master copywriter and Instagram strip expert. And then I would say like, I run a cake decorating channel. They found an interesting. Okay, I guess I would just help me rewrite this prompt for my channel too. This is my system prompt for my other AI agent too. Yeah, so you would take this and then I guess there might be small things that you must change, like it still focuses on the tools. So you would change that part a little bit. Okay, actually I like the bottom part of the rules and the strip, so I will not change that part. I would just paste from here. Yeah. Now press test tab. And just roughly see the output. Like it's not gonna be perfect the first time you do it. You're gonna have to iterate and improve on it along the way. Yeah, but you can see, and let me see if I send it to my Telegram, how it looks like. Yeah, so the strip comes out here like that. Cool. So if I activate this, every time I go to Sally test and I paste my strip, it would come out with a strip, and you can change the language by playing around with the different nodes. You can attach different models and different APIs. Like you can change here to, for example, GPT 4.5, which is more expensive, but use your own API keys, please. Because like after, yeah, I'll probably set like a small limit, and once it goes up the limit, I'll delete this key. Because it can be like hundreds and hundreds of dollars if you use the best models. Yeah. Cool. I guess y'all can try it, or maybe y'all are already trying it. I don't know. Okay, let's see. I'll just stay on for another 20 minutes. Y'all can try it. Or if y'all need to leave, y'all can come back to it later. And if you have any questions, just ask as well right now. Okay. So Yudi is asking that you're getting stuck. If you're stuck, just send some screenshots in the tech support channel of the parts that you're stuck, and I'll help you to see if I can spot anything, or make a video and play around with it and show me, and then I'll just hop on a separate tech support call some point to help you get unstuck on this. Otherwise, just don't use the voice file step first and see if the rest works. If the rest works, then go back and fix the voice part. Kevin asked, when does the class start? It started 1 hour ago. Yeah. Kelvin, you're asking if the keys for you to practice, like which keys are you talking about? The Open API one, or yeah, if people don't use it too much, then you'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, I'll set a cap of like $20. Yeah, just don't use like GPT 4.5 because it's super expensive, or O3. Yeah. Raj asked, how do you add the JSON file to Telegram? You don't need to add any JSON files to Telegram. Maybe you can share like which specific part you're stuck so that I can help you get unstuck on that part. Like, what are you trying to do? I guess I'll paste this. Okay, let me just share this JSON file on Telegram as well. Maybe you're asking me to share it on Telegram. Yeah, so I'll share Sally in Telegram as well, just in case you're getting it from there. And that's what you mean. Okay, I see some questions. Actually, I didn't answer them, so I'll just answer. Can we modify this to use on Google Chat for marketing team? Google Chat. I'm not that familiar with Google Chat. I've not used it before, but I'm pretty sure you can because of the big softwares. There's always APIs to connect to them. You can connect it to Slack. You can connect it to WhatsApp. So yeah. Tuan mentioned about getting API for YouTube transcript. I'm gonna have to look that up because I found a free version before, but it just broke recently. Like I managed to strip and yeah, I found I was using a free version that broke. So I'll update you on that because that's one of the automations and agents I have to fix. Yeah, I'm yeah, you're probably using it for the same reason as me, like taking the transcript and writing a extract for it. It works pretty well for that, for sure. Oh, you're asking how do you download the JSON file? So you press this and then you press import from file after you're in a new workflow. Michael asked, but where are the other docs? For example, because I think it's just the JSON file that is the main document. Or you mean like if you want this? I shared it in the chat earlier. In the replays and links chat. So if y'all want specific APIs that y'all can to transcribe for like TikTok or for YouTube, etc., the two go-to tools that a lot of people use are number one, it's Epify, and number two is Rapid API. So you would just go in and find like, for example, YouTube transcript, and then they would have a bunch of APIs that you can probably get to use. Yeah. And then like generally you have to pay some monthly usage, so it's better for people who use it a lot. Oh, for the Instagram one, because maybe you want to use it for your own use case, I put another version that I found that you can get 300 requests for $1. I think that's a pretty good one for a lot of people. For the Rapid API one, if you sign up for your own version, it's only 20 users. So if you want to fact check, you can just add a Perplexity note and just ask on this take the text and then ask Perplexity to search for errors, and then maybe add another agent, another model after to rewrite the script with the errors. I think to prevent the hallucinations in the first place, something that's important is to like, I can show you my other, and I'll share it with y'all next week as well. Like, so I just have so many different ones. For example, like my voice note agent, like what it does is it takes my voice note, it puts it into text, it plans out the topics, and then it researches via Tably to research. It's like a deep research tool, but it's a custom version, so that you get the facts correct first, and then from the facts that are correct, you write the thread. So the probability of hallucination is much lower. I found that so far I didn't need to even check on Perplexity, and the facts are all at least partially correct. Because sometimes, there's like things that are like 80% correct, and there's so many different sources, like, especially with the kind of tone that we write on X, with a lot of times it's kind of exaggerated. Like Elon Musk would say like, like you read his tweets, they're all like kind of like hyperboles. So like sometimes Perplexity would not consider this, would say that it's partially correct instead of fully correct. Mike says I sent the link and it keeps going to no operation, do nothing. Maybe you want to paste the link in the Zoom chat and show me what the link is. It's and which node that it gets stuck on. So like maybe it's possibly that you didn't change the if message is from you to be your own username. So that could be one reason why it goes to do nothing. And then maybe it's the link that is not valid. So like if you use if the link isn't https:/this link, which is the one I set, then it doesn't work. I mean, you could just like not check and force it to go through, but I think it's just good practice to take it step by step to check for errors first. Otherwise, you're sending random requests to the APIs with a wrong link. Yeah, if it has the share link or something, I didn't add that in yet. For example, if you are pasting in something that is, maybe you're pasting in, okay, how about you paste the Instagram link into the chat? Then I can actually see what's the issue there. Because I think maybe you're pasting the link of somebody's profile or something like that sometimes. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so you have this link. Okay, this is a real. I'll try on mine and see if it works. Yeah, I guess it's still writing for the kick person. So yeah, like you need to change the system prompt for it to work better. But yeah, the link works. Which part exactly is it stuck? Like which, from where does it go to the no operation, do nothing? Because you can see the flow, like where there's a green arrow. So is it from if message from you, or is it from is valid link? Okay, so if message from you, that means you're probably keying in the username wrong. Like maybe it's not. It needs to be precisely exactly your username. Yeah, cool. See you, Tuan. Appreciate you joining. Yeah, so let me see. What's your username, Mike, on Telegram? Yeah, so if you click somebody's profile picture, for example, Young Stunner, there will be this username. Maybe it's also that you put in, like, you need to remove the @ in the front as well. Michael, I'm not so sure what you're saying with the Telegram username. When I test it, it comes back with data. Yeah. Okay, what I recommend is that you send the specific screenshot of the parts that you're stuck in Telegram, and I will help you to troubleshoot it, because it's kind of hard for me to really understand where the problem is right now via the chat. Cool. Is anybody done with it? And does anybody have any questions they want to ask? Mm. Okay, my screen is lagging like crazy now suddenly. Not sure why. Okay, this is the slides. Okay, this is done. I guess I have too many things open. Okay, let me see. I guess we're running a bit over time already, and I'll just leave everybody with some tasks for today. The first task is if you have not successfully deployed the two agents, try to get it up and running. If you're stuck, just post in the Telegram chat. I'll help you. If you think like one is enough for you, that's fine as well. The reason to get this up is because like we are gonna build on this in the coming next week. Tomorrow will be a lot more technical things, so you'll understand a lot more about the APIs and the HTTP requests and the JSON files and the file formatting and maybe a bit about the prompting, so it can help you a little bit with getting unstuck from these issues. The other thing is to use the bots that you have created. Just maybe ask it to like voice message it and ask it to add the remaining sessions into your calendar, or pull some email or summarize the email, like summarize the 3 most important emails from today. Just like actually use it for something that you might use on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so something you can do, like if you are stuck on the thing, right? It's like, remember what I showed earlier, when you're stuck on a certain thing, you can see like, okay, go to the errors. The error will be on the right side of the end-in-end screen. Copy the error. Just go to any AI. Like I recommend just like going to Gemini as a first start. I usually use like the normal Gemini. So the AI Studio I'm not super familiar with it because, yeah. Then you can like screenshot the thing, or you can copy and paste it and ask it like, okay, I'm stuck here. What could I be doing wrongly? And follow its instructions to learn how to troubleshoot for yourself. The troubleshooting part is extremely, extremely important. Like I mentioned yesterday, you're gonna fail 90% of the time. It's just part and parcel of the AI building and an AI agent and workflow building journey. You're gonna have to bang your head into the wall and feel so frustrated, but then it finally works and you're like, okay, nice. But when it works, you can scale it. Cool, yeah. If you haven't set a Telegram username, then you need to set the Telegram username first. Nice. You managed to add tools and send and delete emails, Anthony. Overachieving. I don't know which. Yeah, you got the script, which is my. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I guess it's because of the username. All right, cool. Anyway, I'll end here. I'll see y'all in the Telegram group. Bye.